Here is Major Gregory Keene to continue the story from a police car heading north on Pacific Highway.
It's 2:30 on Sunday afternoon, and we're threading our way through the traffic on a wide concrete road leading out of town. Not long ago, Cutts managed to get in touch with us at Phillip Street with the information we wanted most to hear. Felix Huberman will be with the convoy bringing the NightShade Ring's narcotics down the coast tonight. Half an hour ago, Cutts, as Tom Fenner, collected a car from the Poinsettia Club Lane. We'll be meeting him tonight, too. If all goes well, in a few hours the NightShade gang will be smashed to pieces. If all goes well. Inspector Henry Murray is driving. Somewhere up ahead there are two more police cars, all heading for Hexham Ferry, where we're setting up our roadblock. We've only a few hours to go.
You don't look too happy, Keene.
No, I was thinking about Tom Cutts. What is this, Hornsby?
Hornsby it is.
You know, according to our reckoning, Cutts should be behind us somewhere, not more than 5 or 10 minutes. We're keeping a steady 40 through the traffic. He won't be going much faster, so he's not likely to overtake. Could we take time off to see him go by? If we pull up, we shouldn't have long to wait.
All right.
See, Murray, if Cutts comes along safely, we'll know he wasn't recognized by anyone at the Poinsettia Club, and the dope is still coming through tonight. So here's a spot where we can park without attracting attention. Who says what to a fag? I'm trying not to show it. Henry Murray at the wheel, or the two constables sitting behind. Now it's come to the point the suspense is physically sickening. When I'm in the chair, I can take anything. When I put anyone else in it, it's unbearable. And this time, it's not anyone. It's the beloved, short-legged, wide-shouldered cockney I've been with so long. The ex-sergeant of commandos who pulled me out of a hole one day years ago and who's been at my left elbow ever since. That big American car he picked up at the Poinsettia Club had better come rolling along with Tom Cutts at the wheel. Traffic streaming round the concrete bend, two abreast. I'm watching for just one car.
Felix, you can't drive to the highway to intercept.
They've left town already. I've got to stop them. Leo recognized Fenner. Fenner was in the club after Evening Channel. There's something going on.
It's at a time like this that I take command, Felix. It is only 2:30. You wait here while we try to stop them by telephone.
I can't afford to. The whole show has to be called off. Fenner could be a police
You are
spy.
losing your head, Huberman. Fenner could be anything. Hundreds of men watched Evelyn Channel dance and ask for her address. You will not leave this house till I say so.
They could be coming up the highway now.
Fenner collected the car at 2 o'clock. Jake Wolfe and Fenner were to pick up the other men at Gregerson Street. It will take time. They may still be there. There was no hurry. Pass me the telephone. Jerry? Is Jake Wolfe there? Rush out after them at once. Do as I say, or I'll see your flag. Yes, now.
There you are. They've gone. They're on their way.
Will you be quiet, Felix?
I'm sorry, Carlotta. I'm afraid I let my imagination run away with me.
I told you to go slowly with new men like Fenner. I was against it from the start.
I was wrong, I admit it. I should never have included him in tonight's affair.
Quiet. Yes, Jerry. Are they all there? Is Tom Fenner there? Good. Tell Jake Wolfe to come to the telephone. You see, Felix? Do you see now why I run the NightShade Ring? Do you see?
"15 minutes, Murray.
It's all right, old chap. You'll be along. You feeling the heat? I don't notice it myself.
15 minutes? Where the devil is he?
Look here, Keene. This won't do. He could quite well be ahead of us.
He couldn't be ahead of us.
No, it's still up in the air. He's driving a powerful car. If he put his mind to it, he could have come through 10 minutes before us.
He had to pick up his two chaps somewhere. He didn't have them with him at the Poinsettia Club. I tell you, he must be behind us, and he's overdue now.
I'd be inclined to give him a good deal longer. At least another quarter of an hour.
And if he hasn't shown up by then?
We'll decide that when the time comes. Cuts is all right, Keen. Take it quietly and keep an eye on the road. Any minute now, we'll see him bowling along, having the time of his life.
Is that Jack Wolf?
Yeah, it's me, Carlotta.
We are holding things up for a short while. We have had disturbing news about Fenner.
What kind of news?
For an hour or two, I want you to keep him there at Gregerson Street.
That'll be okay.
Tell the rest of the men in front of Fenner that we are collecting the shipment later than we thought. The vessel our crash boat was to meet is overdue. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Whatever you do, let them think there is nothing to worry about. Do not arouse Fenner's suspicions. And above all, do not let him out of your sight for 10 seconds till you hear from me again.
What about the rest of the boys?
For Fenner's benefit, tell him they may not leave the club either. You must all wait to leave at a moment's notice.
Leave it to me, Carlotta.
I am leaving it to you. If you lose Fenner, we will hold you responsible.
He doesn't get 10 feet away from me.
See that he doesn't. That has attended to that, Felix. Now then, how do we decide what to do about
I
Fenner?
have a hunch.
This is a time when we need more than hunches.
Not when they're as good as this. Get me the phone.
Who do you want?
Jack Katz.
Who is Jack Ketz?
The fellow I planted in the lift in Evelyn Channel's block of flats.
I failed to see the connection.
Yeah, but it's there.
Well, explain it to me. Don't stand there like an idiot. Tell me why you want this Ketz.
One day Evelyn had a visitor. The only visitor we permitted her.
Apart from yourself.
This one wanted to sell her a vacuum cleaner.
And Ketz saw him.
Of course. Don't you remember? I set Mike Busick at the main entrance of the flats to watch for him. He didn't appear. I've always thought it was odd.
Are you sure Ketz could recognize this man if he saw him again?
Why not? He had plenty of opportunity to get a good look at the chap, and he didn't like what he saw.
It is something.
Well,
Get the man, Ketz. Take him to Gregerson Street. And if they are the same, Fenner and the one with the vacuum cleaner,
if they're the same man,
you had better take him to the house in Oxford Hills. The old place with thick walls sitting down between the two factories. Fenner will have some questions to answer. He may prefer not to answer them, and the privacy will be essential.
I'll personally guarantee him privacy. And if he's stubborn, I'll personally guarantee him something else.
The mistake with Fenner was yours in the first place. If Jack Katz knows him, see that you repair the error, Felix.
If Jack Katz knows him, my dear, I'll more than repair it. And I'll take care of that personally, too.
Oh, come on, Jake. Let's get a move on. Who was that you were talking to on the phone?
We're staying here at Gregerson Street for a while. Listen, boys, I just talked to the boss. We're waiting here till we hear from him again.
What's up?
The guys the boss had to meet are late. They don't make it on time. The boss don't want us on the spot too early.
Yeah, how long do we have to wait here?
He didn't say. 1 hour, 2 maybe. What's the difference?
Oh, well, in that case, a bloke might as well clear off for a while.
We don't clear off nowhere, Fenner. The boss makes it for definite. When we move at a minute's notice. None of us is leaving Gregerson Street. You guys got that in your heads?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure I have. Blimey. Not even for a few shakes.
That's what the man said.
Oh, and here's me with a sweet dish just around the corner, sitting lonely like of a Sunday afternoon.
You keep. What do you guys say? We start up a little game, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You want to play, Fenner?
Yeah, suits me, matey.
Get some cards off of Jerry. Tell him it's about time he give us some new ones.
I'll get him. Hey, Jerry, Jake wants some new cards, and you better make it quick, too, because we're waiting to have a good...
Hey, listen, boys, it's Fenner. The boss thinks Fenner is maybe a patsy, a stool pigeon. He doesn't leave here no matter what. We're waiting on the word from Carlotta. But we don't let Fenner catch on, so watch it. Treat him nice. Until we get the word from the boss.
Now listen, Katz. You've been down to this Gregerson Street dive before, and here's what you do. You're certain you'll remember the chap who took that vacuum cleaner into Evelyn Channel's flat?
Sure.
When you get out of the car, go straight downstairs to the dive. You'll see Jake Wolf and some types playing cards. And if you see your man with them, come back up here at the double. I'll be waiting.
Okay.
And don't let him catch sight of you. Understand? He mustn't see you. Well, Katz, did you see the chap?
I sure did.
What about it?
It's the same bloke, Mr. Huberman.
Nice going. Now we know where we are. So Tom Fenner was calling himself Percy Chaplin from the Poinsettia Club and selling vacuum cleaners the next day. On both occasions, he was after Evelyn Channel. Now I have some instructions for Jake Wolfe. Where's the nearest telephone?
Okay, boys. Take him quietly. When he comes back from the bar, wait till he sits down. Then you two each side of his chair get around behind him and don't take any chances. Okay, here he comes.
Who's deal, Jake? Blimey. A bloke can't lose.
Fenner, you've already lost. The game's over. Stand up quietly and back away from the table. Then turn around and keep going. Out of the club.
What goes on, matey?
The boss wants to buy a vacuum cleaner. From you.
Time's up. Katz must have dropped the ball, and there's only one thing I'm sure of. I'm taking him away from wherever he is alive. And if I don't, Felix Huberman won't last this day out either.
How does Keene find Tom Katz? Listen for the next chapter in this story of intrigue. Deadly Nightshade.